Hey guys, it's Tessa here from Zeal Performance with a new weekly rowability session, mobility for rowers. So today we're going to go through a 7-minute foam roller mobility series. The goal with this is some chest opening, some lat release, as well as some nice T-spine mobility. So starting on your roller, bum on the bottom, head on the top. We're going to start with some of my favorite exercises. This one being a snow angel. So feet are planted. The goal with this is to have your head in a neutral position, keeping your hands on the ground as you're going up and as you're going down. If this one feels good, what I want you to do is keep your back flat the whole time. The variation you'll see here, I lift my hands up as I come up overhead. So if you're struggling with shoulder pain or if you're just feeling like it's a little too tight, that's okay. Lift your hands off the ground. Your other variation here is actually to come off of the foam roller and just do this on the ground, especially if you're a little bit limited with that overhead. From here, we're going to go into some chicken wing tucks. So with chicken wing tucks, you're starting with those hands in a Y position. Try to keep your hands on the ground, fingers on the ground as you pull your elbows down towards your rib cage. The variation you see in that top right-hand corner is on the floor with nothing underneath you. So what you do is you remove that foam roller so that you don't have that elevation off the ground, hopefully letting you get a little bit closer to the ground, decrease the strain on the shoulders. Again, to make this harder, keep your back flat. If it's stabby or pinchy in the shoulder, do not do this exercise. It is not worth it. If you have a history of shoulder dislocations, just don't do it. You can contact me and I can give you a different variation. From here, we're gonna do a lat release on the roller. So you'll see here that my knees are stacked, my hips are square, facing the wall forward. When you're rolling your lat, your goal is to go for that fleshy bit of muscle underneath your armpits. A lot of times people hang out on their rib cage, which just hurts, so don't do it. Here you're gonna find a nice spot that has some tension. As soon as you find that spot, your choice with that hand position, palm down, thumb up, palm up. You're going to put one hand behind your head and you're doing a little open up toward the ceiling, and then you're going to close down toward the roller. Notice here how my knees stay together, my hips stay facing forward. What that lets me do is actually rotate through my thoracic spine, my T-spine, a little bit more. And you'll notice with that open and close as you're doing it that you're kind of rolling back and forth on that lat. So it's a little like cross kind of rolling. Here, switch to the other side. And again, one side may not be the same as the other side. So find a spot that's a little bit tight, a little bit uncomfortable. With this, if you have, again, any sharp stabbing pain, if you get any numbness in the hand, please do not push through it. Okay, listen to your body with this. That hand goes behind your head again, opening up. You can breathe in as you open up, and as you close down, exhale, and take your time. So don't rush through this. Keep reaching that right hand overhead. So whatever arm is lengthened away from you, you're going to keep reaching it and walking that hand away. One pro tip here, if you feel like you're a little bit limited with how far you can go down, move that roller back so you're right on the end of the roller. Again, the roller I'm using for this series is a 3-foot long foam roller. I believe the diameter is 6 inches. Okay. So from here, this one's just a feel-good exercise. A lot of people in the mobility world hate it, but it honestly just feels awesome. So with this one, hands behind the head to support your neck. Your elbows are going to start wide, and you're just kind of going up and down from the tag of your t-shirt all the way down to the middle part of your back. Okay, as you get lower on your back, you're going to feel it's almost like a core exercise. Don't have it be a core exercise. This is supposed to be mobility. Here, if you squeeze your elbows together, you're going to notice a difference. So as soon as you squeeze your elbows together, it changes the position of your shoulder blades. It's going to expose a couple different muscles. Put your bum down on the ground, elbows wide, and all you're doing is a little flexion and extension open. Take this one super slow. You may hear some crackling in there. Okay, if you guys have osteoporosis, tread lightly with this exercise. If you have severe osteoporosis, do not do this exercise. Contact me for a variation. Opening up and closing down from there. This one I just threw in there because honestly I like it. So arms in a swimmer streamlined position. The extra weight of the arms gives you a little bit more tension, I will say, through the upper back and chest. So you'll notice with this one that if you just change the position of your elbows, it totally changes the stretch. And from here, hamstring windmills. This is a fan fave, okay? So your hands start stacked together. You're gonna slide that top hand away, bring it all the way around the top of your head like you're drawing a rainbow over the top of your head. Pause in that open position. Breathe, inhale, exhale fully, and then close that hand down. See how I slide my hand away from me and I'm reaching? I'm just trying to get as much length through that shoulder as possible. On that rep you saw, I lifted my hand up. If you do get a little bit pinchy through the shoulder or mobility is a serious struggle, lift your hand up. Don't force it. Make sure you're breathing here. Again, for my osteoporotic people, I do not recommend doing this exercise. Reach out to me and I can give you a different variation. So again, laying on your side. With each of these exercises, choose how long you want to spend in the movement. I also want to mention that variation on the top right corner. So if you do have a history of dislocation in your shoulder or some stabby shoulder issues, bursitis, whatever, do the variation that you see on the top. So you can see with that one, I closed by doing that rainbow. I opened though, coming across the body. I call it a T open. From this position, I have the option to T close, or like you see in the video on the top right corner, you can also do that rainbow closed. It's whatever is the most comfortable for your body, okay? Again, when you're doing mobility, it's all about breathing, being mindful with it. This video is only 7 minutes long, so try to make the most out of these exercises. If you find one that you're like, oh, that's a great exercise, awesome, then go ahead and add it to your regular routine. You can go through this video series again. And that is your 7 minutes of mobility, I should say rowbility for the week. If you guys have any questions, here's how you can contact me. Preferred method, email. Things get lost on Instagram. But let me know if there's anything you're seeking.